Hello guys, and welcome to another profile tree video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at transforming your digital strategy. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that we'll look at here is understanding your current digital strategy. So before we start transforming, let's first understand where exactly you're at. Now, the key to transforming any strategy is knowing where you currently stand. So let's go ahead and break down the key components of your current digital strategy. You want to know who your audience is. You want to go ahead and know what your goals are and how well your current efforts are performing. So take a moment to reflect on these questions. If you haven't done so already, now might be a good time to audit your existing digital strategy. So let's just say you're running a local bakery and have a basic social media presence. Maybe you're posting about new items, or it could even be special offers, but is this strategy really bringing the results you want? Do you know how many customers are coming through your digital efforts, or how your social media efforts translate to sales? So that's one of the key things that you need to understand, especially if you want to understand your current digital strategy. Another thing that you can do as well is make sure that you take a look through your, let's just say, for example, you're using social media, of course. Meta Business Suite would be your area of focus. Have a look and see what people are most interested in whenever you upload a post. Step back as well and have a look at the content that you've published. Is that content engaging enough to the audience? Am I asking questions here? Am I making sure that I want people to leave a comment? Or does it look visually appealing? So those are the sort of things that you could look at when you're uploading your post. If you are lacking engagement elsewhere and not just social media, let's just say, for example, you've got low website traffic or maybe underperforming ads, you can use tools like Google Analytics, of course, Facebook Insights and Instagram Analytics, but most importantly, the Meta Business Suite. And there are several different analytics out there with each of the social media platforms. Take, for example, LinkedIn, it's got its own analytics as well. So just make sure to have a view at your metrics, take a look and see the engagement your posts are getting, and make sure as well if, okay, let's just say that's not gaining enough engagement, have a look at your times. So that'll be another important thing to do. Hopefully that makes sense for understanding your current digital strategy. Now that we have more of an idea on that, let's move on to our next step. So our next one is setting clear goals for your digital strategy. Now, something that you should ask yourself: what do I want to achieve with my digital strategy? Is this strategy going to lead to more website traffic, lead generation, or even online sales? Is my goal to build brand awareness or customer loyalty? So once you understand where you are, that's pretty much the next step, which is transforming your digital strategy. Setting clear goals, measurable goals, and it should also be very specific. You should also think about it as, right, these goals, okay, as I mentioned, specific, it has to be measurable and aligned with our business objectives. So let's just use an example. Let's just say, okay, we have that bakery example. Now, if you want to increase your online sales by 30% in the next 6 months, this is a specific goal. Now, as I've mentioned there, make sure that you use metrics like sales data or conversion rates to measure that success. Now, it's also very important to align your goals with your overall business strategy. Make sure your goals are realistic and achievable within your time frame. That's another thing as well with digital strategy, especially when it comes to social media. Again, we're just going to use this as an example, but let's just say, okay, you're not gaining enough likes or comments. and your main goal is to bring people from socials to your website, focus more on the amount of traction you're getting to the website. Don't focus too much on the social media. Again, that's just there to give awareness to people that, okay, my business exists, this is what we do, and of course you're transferring them over from social media over to the website itself. That's where most of the details are going to be and where it's going to lie. So again, don't be worrying too much about your social media content. Of course, add quality to it. Make sure that it looks like you really care about the social media content that you're pushing out there. But main focus again is to sell the products. Again, if you have an e-commerce platform, but if your main goal is to promote the service, then promote that service as best as you can. So that's how you would set clear goals for your digital strategy. So what we'll move on to next is understanding your audience. So our next one here is to understand your audience. Now, this I would say is a very crucial step, which of course is understanding your audience, especially if you want to have the best digital strategy out there. Now, what you want to ask yourself is, who exactly are your ideal customers? So that's when you start researching, of course, around the business. Our example is our bakery. So we want to look into people that love food. We want to look at food reviewers as well. We might want to look at influencers. Again, these I would say are your ideal customers. Another thing that you want to understand is, what are their pain points, their preferences, and behaviors online. Again, you want to make sure that you engage with your audience as well. It's all well and good to showcase your content and, again, take pictures of the bakery goods, this and that. But if you're not engaging with your audience, then that's where you can fall behind within your digital strategy. You also need to understand that if this all works out, then any content that you provide or showcase out there, you won't need to reply to any messages or queries that are asked by customers, and as you can see there, advertising to speak directly to them. So just a bit of an example, of course, you want to understand that audience. Let's just say you've got that bakery and you want to push for online sales, then you need to promote it. Ask people, you could even do a poll, let's just say, or utilize Instagram stories. You can even use Facebook stories, whatever platform will work for you, whatever's best. Even use the short form videos as well, because they're very popular, especially for 2025. And make sure that you engage with your audience then. Anytime they say, oh, could you show us this or could you show us that? Of course, don't fully showcase your expertise, especially if it's service that you're selling here and not goods. And another thing is as well, if you want to understand your audience fully, then again, just going back to it, you can check out Google Analytics. You can use social media insights as well. And even at that, you can try customer surveys just to understand your demographics, because you might be surprised yourself that, okay, I thought that this was the main target or this was the main gender or age, and it looks like the younger generation or older generation is more interested in my content. Also understand their behaviors as well as their interests. Those all come into play when you're understanding your audience. Another thing as well, make sure that you segment your audience into categories based on their age, check the location, or even purchasing habits as well. Now, what this will do is allow you to create personalized experiences for each segment. So let's do another example. So imagine your bakery has a regular customer base, but you're not engaging enough with new customers. What you could do is create a segment of first-time visitors, and they're the people that are likely to respond to special offers or even promotions. So that would be the best way to understand your audience better. Now, the last thing that we'll look at here is enhancing your digital presence. So we'll move on to that. So on to our last one here, which is enhancing your digital presence. Now, these are the main parts, which is website optimization. Now, does your website reflect your brand's voice and values? Is it mobile friendly? Is it fast? Your website is your online store or business card, and you need to make sure it's optimized for user experience. Now, again, that pretty much just adds up to everything. Need to make sure it's speed. With the speed as well, you need to check the performance. It's not just it being mobile friendly as well. That's another thing as well. Google does prioritize mobile friendly websites. Everything is indexed towards that. Another thing as well is SEO. So this is really essential. How well does your website rank in search engines? Are you actually targeting the correct or right keywords on the website? So make sure that you research this. Use the likes of Ubersuggest, SEMrush, Ahrefs, all those SEO tools out there. If you're looking for a free version, you can use Google Chrome extensions, which is the keyword server. Again, that's a really good platform to use. Next one there is social media as well. So is your social media strategy consistent and engaging? Are you posting regularly and interacting with your audience? So this is really essential. You need to focus as much of your attention towards digital presence. So this is where you'll make an impact and transform your strategy. Now, let's just have a example or a scenario more than anything. Again, returning to our bakery. So maybe you're missing out on ranking for local searches like best bakery in Belfast. Now, this is an opportunity to optimize your site for local SEO and get noticed by people nearby. Do use Google Business Profile. Again, you want to gather as many reviews as possible. There's Trustpilot as well. You can jump on Yelp, several different platforms out there. And on top of that, with the social media, you want to make sure that your content is as best as it could be. Now, with the website, since you're focusing more on SEO, then you want to maybe consider adding a blog page to the website. And if you already have one, but you're not regularly uploading on it, I would advise to upload as much as you can. Just whenever you do have the time, of course, to upload a blog. The reason being is you're inviting keywords into the actual website itself, which encourages the chances of appearing in SERP, which is search engine results pages. But there you have it, folks. That's pretty much everything for the video today. If you found it helpful, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.